Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. I always wanted to say something like, before you buy a Rolex Explorer, before you buy an Omega Aquaterra or a Grand Seiko, please do watch this video, and this time I really mean it. I know I get a bit excited sometimes about watches, but I just met Adriaan, the founder of the Hercules brand. Well, the revivalist, maybe I should say, of this brand from the early 50s, designed for mountaineering. And it got me even more excited about the brand, knowing that not only he is a trained watchmaker, but also he studied business. So I know that he's serious, and the way he's gone about building the brand and building, most importantly, these watches makes me really want to recommend them to you. They come at a very good price, around the 5,000 euro, 5,000 US price point, and I think it would be sad if you missed on those right now. There are 3 new dyed colors, so I want to share them with you on this video. If you want to see a full interview of Adriaan, please see the link in the description, and also a link to independent watcher through whom I got to meet Adriaan. Independent watcher organized a nice evening for independent watch enthusiasts. Right, Hercules. So the watch comes with 2 different movements. It is 40 millimeters by 9.4 millimeters, so great dimensions, 46 millimeters lug to lug, with a snowy texture to the dial. You get a 369, you get lume on the dial side. On the movement side, you have a choice of 2 movements, both same size at the back of the case. Both are actually front loaded, and the back of it's a 3-piece case, and the back of the case is actually the holder of the movement. There is no spacer at all, so the movement uses the full capacity of the space within the watch. So you have the micro rotor movement, which is done in the Vallée de Joux, and you have the hand-wound movement, which has an extra long power reserve because of the 2-barrel construction. I think it is 5 days of power reserve for the hand-wound version, which is slightly cheaper than the micro rotor version. Which one is better? Both are great. The micro rotor has the superluminova as well on the Hercules brand. It is a golden micro rotor, which is why it costs a little bit more. Both are beautiful, and both are finished, and then have the outline, the height lines of the Nanga Parbat, one of the highest mountains in the world, etched within and filled with luminova by Adriaan himself. He is a trained watchmaker, which is the big difference with many micro brands, and he knew what he wanted, and he pushed his supplier for the movement to get what he wanted, including the central seconds for the macro rotor movement, which was not easy. And most importantly, these watches are chronometer certified, tested at different temperatures, fully cased up. So just like a Rolex does. So within the -4 +6 COSC, the official certification for a chronometer. So you really get a lot, and the lume at the back of the watch is such a cool touch. And so the origin of the brand is from 1953. Henzi and Pfaff were producing those movements, and they had put one of those watches to the test on the wrist of an Explorer, and there was actually a fascinating documentary that was shot right there in 1953 when this Explorer went all the way to the top of Nanga Parbat, which happened just a week after the famous first successful ascent and descent That's what matters, is that you come back from it of Mount Everest. So there's a lot of similarities to the story of the Rolex also Perpetual or Explorer, and it is the modern version of it. The revival of these watches is also very comparable, and I think at the price point you really get something a bit more special, and you can have a direct contact with this independent watchmaker, Adriaan, who works on his own, and he has, the way it works in Switzerland is that you have freelancers who help you with your projects, and you work with the suppliers for the different parts. But for example, if you needed to service one of your Hercules watches, Adriaan would do it himself, and he's got parts for everything. Anyway, now there's 3 more dial colors, and I just can't choose which one I like the most. Of course, the white one is the classic already, and it looks fantastic. There is the 4 different colors that a glacier can take. So there is a light pink, which is really delicious in person. There's a light blue, which is a bit more of a conservative, perhaps, type of a color. It's going to please everyone. And maybe the one I prefer the most is actually the green version, which really pops. And those dials have a way of catching the light. I really like when you turn them around, and the color will change quite radically, and they are really beautiful. Also, I think the architecture of the movement is really beautiful. Enough space is left for the height lines of the mountain, filled with the supernova, but at the same time the plates have a very nice architecture. So yeah, the whole package, I think, is really appealing. So as you can see, I'm quite enthusiastic. I would like to add one of these to my collection. So go to the description for the links for a full interview if you want to really know all the details about these watches. There's a lot of technical details that are really interesting, and it is not just something cobbled together by a wannabe watchmaker who doesn't know actually how to make a watch. This is a real watchmaker and a real businessman who also worked, for a little story, in the service department, servicing watches for Rolex. So he's really he's been around, also worked in the sales. So really a great brand, and I think it is going to have a great future. And I would really recommend and not hesitate to purchase one of these, if you will. So there you go. I hope you have learned about an interesting watch today. And if you did, please give the video a like. Bye bye, guys.